This is Group Ironman, like you've never seen it before. Plum, the Huntsman, Tellacon, the Bard, and Christylize, the Scout. Restricted classes, randomized spawn locations, insane abilities. These legends will face the ultimate challenge. They will need to work together to survive. This is your Season 1 roster for Legends Survival.
But yeah, for now, that's what's going to be my chunk unlock, and mainly because I actually chose the wrong chunk here. My apologies. I'm getting this one, not this one. And that's because my clue scroll is right here. That's okay. I hadn't locked in yet. I haven't gone to this area yet. So that's just a misclick. Don't worry about that. But this one is still adjacent, so that is free. One thing as well, actually, this chunk here is the Brimhaven transport. So I can get from Brimhaven to Remington here. So this chunk is free because I have the farming bush right here. So the next thing we'll do is try and knock out our clue scrolls. Step 2 of the easy. Search the bucket in the ports room jail. So we know where we're going next. No, I don't have the jail chunk. Okay, so that's actually locked behind 2. I gotta get thrown in jail, and then I gotta spawn here. But it is at the 3rd step, so I'm absolutely keeping it. And it's our first easy clue. I can just barely sneak through this part of the chunk right over here. Kind of make my way right up towards the mace shop. And beginner step number 1. And that's the casket. Beautiful. All right, completing a beginner clue unlocks a chunk for us. I kind of want Shanty, but I'm gonna think about it before I unlock it. Let's open the casket first. And the casket loot is, oh nice, law runes, oak shortbow, and regular shortbow. Well, the law runes are nice, but I don't really need the shortbows right now, so I guess I'll bank them for later. It's actually our first set of runes. I think I'll throw this in the group storage.
Well, episode 5 back on my channel, which is awesome. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. Obviously, we've kind of took a weirdly newish approach to this, having 3 people in one video every time, but it seems like you're enjoying it so far. So if that's the case, leave a comment talking about your best bit from the series so far, because I'm interested to hear it. And make sure it's not me singing, please. Hope you enjoy the episode. Now, our map's looking really juicy right now. We've got 8 completed chunks. We unlock our next skill at 15, which will be construction. That's our second tertiary skill. Now, we have a few easy chunks, like for example in this one, 12599. All I've got to do is kill a thug, because we've burnt, chopped and flexed an oak log, and anything that we do in any chunk is completed for them all. So there might be a case where I unlock a chunk, it's like kill a scorpion, cut an oak log, burn an oak log, flex an oak log, and that's it. And in that case, that's automatically completed, so if I unlock that, that's a free unlock. So I need to keep an eye out for those. Now, what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to go do a load of woodcutting. Obviously, I want to get my combat up soon to go do that mammoth and end chunk, but I want to get my woodcutting to maybe 60. I feel like if I can get all of the woodcutting tasks nailed out, a lot of the chunks in like Kandarin and Misthalin are like woodcutting related, so there's going to be a lot of tasks. So let's go do that.
Trying to get our first successful pickpocket of a guard here. Might take us a second. There we are. That's our first successful pickpocket. And guards could be a good money maker for us at the moment with our cash stack that we have right now. We don't have a very strong cash stack. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and kill one of these guys too. See if this is a safe spot. If it is, just attack him here. Yep. We can just sit here, attack him, not really have to worry about anything, and then I'm going to go ahead and try and find where the giant rat spawn is in the chunk. Alright, here we are, just running around the chunk a little bit, and here's our giant rat spawn. Very nice. So now we can go ahead and mark this chunk as completed. So we pull up our chunk tracker here. We have killed a giant rat, we killed a Hosidius guard, and killed a guard dog. Very nice. Oh, and while we were doing that, it looks like we've got ourselves a Dr. Jekyll random. Very nice. I don't have any herbs on me at the moment, so we're just going to go ahead and take the strength potion that it gives us. Very nice. We'll go ahead and put that in the group storage for hopefully Tellacon to use at some point when he needs some extra strength levels. Nice. All right, so we're going to take a look here at the chunk tracker again. We currently have 2 chunk unlocks to use. We have one that we just got from completing the Hosidius Square chunk, and then we got one for hitting 275 total level. So with access to Edgeville, this does give us access to the canoe. The canoe gives us access to a couple adjacent chunks that we didn't have before, such as the Champions Guild canoe spot, the Lumbridge canoe spot, and Ferox Enclave, which is actually an already unlocked chunk due to the last standing minigame teleport. So this half of the Ferox Enclave is already unlocked for us currently. We can canoe there as well if need be, which is nice. It's an easy way for us to get there. We could either minigame teleport or take the canoe now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend one of the chunk unlocks on unlocking Lumbridge. This is going to give me access to the Lumbridge home teleport if I need to use it, as well as the canoe system to get down there. And then the following chunk that we're going to unlock after that is actually going to be the Al-Kharid toll gate chunk. So I was taking a look at my notepad here off screen, which is tracking all the chunks that I've unlocked and what I've unlocked them from. And one thing that I forgot to track and take care of was actually chunks that were unlocked from our minigame clause. So at the moment, I unlocked pest control with one of my unlocks, so it didn't count as a minigame teleport for me. However, the Isle of Souls chunk that I got was available because of Christylize unlocking the Isle of Souls teleport, so that was one chunk. And then the Ferox Enclave also came from Christylize making his way over to the Ferox Enclave as well. So that's actually two chunks that I didn't account for in my total. As we can see, I have completed 8 chunks, and there's 19 other chunks that I have unlocked that aren't fully completed, totaling 27. But when I take a look at my notepad, I actually have a total of 28 chunks in total. So that means I've got one more chunk to unlock of my choosing. Now, I'm going to go ahead here actually and unlock the Al-Kharid chunk, because this is going to change the account again, just a little bit. In this chunk, we gain access to the ferry to go to Temperos. Now, I still will need to unlock the chunks down here for the Ruins of Unka, as well as the Sea Spirit dock to get on the boat. However, those should be pretty easy. I don't foresee there being a lot of tasks in those chunks. So once we hit 35 fishing, we might make a goal, kind of a sub goal, to make our way over to the Ruins of Unka and Temperos. That way we unlock the other skilling boss of the account, and we can start working on both skilling bosses at the same time. But for now, I'm going to put my focus on the Ali Morrisane chunk and then the Al-Kharid chunk as well to complete. So we'll head over there now.
Use the churn. Oh, now that, ladies and gentlemen, that's content. There's the cream, and that is our last Falador Farm task. Once we get combat unlocked, this will be a freebie for us. Just come in and kill all the level 1 shit. I'm gonna actually just do some AFK fishing because I'm pretty close to getting some milestone levels. But just to make sure that we don't get sidetracked and forget about it, Shanty Pass is gonna be the chunk that I am unlocking with the beginner clue scroll chunk. So in order for us to get our easy step, I think it's what, step 4, step 3, we still need this chunk. Just based off of Clum's luck, there might not be one over here we can complete yet. Something funny just happened. When I completed X marks the spot, I guess I still had my beginner clue in my bank, and he just gave me, Veos just gave me a beginner clue, which I believe is the one of the rewards for X marks the spot. Can we do this? Bow at the Grand Exchange. Oh, of course. It's in a chunk right here. I'm just going to drop this one because I'm about to do a lot of AFK skilling. It is unfortunate, but I did just go and mark all of my Hosidius chunks that I unlocked earlier. Not a single one of them can I complete. A lot of the diaries are like kill a sand crab, which I can't do. Dig up some saltpeter, which I may be able to do at some point. I probably can do it right now. I just haven't. Now, this is best case scenario right here. Let's go. Please give me a unique. Or what do we get? Oh, yes. We got the camo bottoms, guys, resulting in a chunk unlock Now we already got Shanty Pass. We need this southern chunk right here. Actually kind of dig this look for the Scout. It's all green with the camo, a little bit of rainbow. So let's search that bucket and bam, there's our easy casket, baby. 2 chunk unlocks for completing an easy clue. But let's go ahead and open this up and hopefully we get something good. Loot for the easy clue is Purple Sweets, Black Pickaxe. Is Black Pickaxe, is that a unique? Let me double check clues. Oh shit, the Black Pickaxe is a unique for the easy, or no, for the beginners and easy. Yo, so not only did the completion of the clue give us 2 chunks, but this unique, this Black Pickaxe, just gave us another chunk for hitting the collection log. So we've got 3 chunks to unlock. That is so sick. All right, so one of the chunks I'm getting, absolutely, is this location right here. So we're spending one of our chunks that we earned from the unique easy. Got a couple adjacents. Farm is right here, that's free. Fishing right here is free. Fishing Guild is free. West of the Fishing Guild is free. Waterfall, free. And Barbarian Assault is free. This first chunk in the Tree Gnome Stronghold, if we unlock this one right here, then this chunk will be free. But we can't actually walk in there from this chunk. And then I'm also going to get the Catherby location here from the charter ship. Pay for that. This north one is free, and this east one is free because of the fishing here, farming here, and farming here. Now this chunk is technically parallel, and it is walkable, so we are unlocking for free because of the farming patch. And the third one I'm going to get is Tithe Farm, once we get the favor.
And there is 30 wood cutting already. We can now cut willow trees. That's going to be huge. But every chunk with a willow tree is going to have a chop, burn, and fletch. So we'd best crack on. Now, I've been fletching these a little bit, but I had a thought. Ooh, medium clue. Holy, I've got that chunk. Okay, detour. Ooh, I also got another bird's nest earlier with a maple seed in it. That could come in handy to someone. Step 1. May as well grab some snake grass while I'm here. Kill a hill giant. Oh my. Can do this as well. Wait. Oh, but we need to search the crate at the top floor in Shazier. No. We are miles away from this, to be honest. This is a drop. Damn it, I really wanted to do that. Oh well. Anyways, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by that medium clue. I need 30 flexion, 30 fire making. Now, flexion speeds up at 20 because then you can make oak short bows. But I was going to go get some feathers and make these arrow shafts into headless arrows so I could speed it up a bit. But I'm kind of dirt poor. So for now, I'd best get chopping. And there's 20 flexion. We can now make oak short bows, which should speed this up by quite a lot. Now, it does seem like I AFK'd a little bit too hard because I went past 225 total, and that means that I unlocked a new chunk. So I need to do that now, because 75, 125, 175, 225 are chunk unlocks. Now, I've had a little think about this. This chunk here, 12087, has 4 things to do in it, really. Kill a scorpion, cut an oak log, burn an oak log, flex an oak log. That's basically it. And I've done all of those, so no tasks are there anymore. So if I unlock this, it's actually already completed. And that's because all the tasks are done. Now, that means I get an other unlock, and that's my 9th natural completion. So for this one, again, I'm just going to join some stuff together. I will get a Falador Farm, because why not? And there's the unlock phase done. Back to shopping. Now I'm making short bows. I may as well bank them, and then I've got a little bit of money. Also, we did get 3 birds' nests, so let's just open these up. Ooh, a willow. Ooh, that could be huge. An emerald ring's a way for me to get back to Ferox, which is really nice. I know I've got the minigame teleport, but every little helps. And there's 25 flexion, so we can now do oak longs, which are a lot more experience. 25 is a huge buff, with 30 in no time.
On over to the Isle of Souls real quick, just to get started on some really early hunter levels. Alright, just finished up a short little hunter grind there, got to 9 hunter. We're gonna make our way back down to Port's Room to go back to Land's End and start hunting some copper longtails.
Hey guys, it's been probably just a minute or so for you. But it has been a couple days for me. I went out on vacation over the long 4th of July weekend holiday, and while I was out, you know, in the evenings, wanted to try and get some of the tedious things out of the way while I was playing. So while I was on mobile, we went ahead and we trained up our hunter a bit. We got our hunter up to level 28. We finished off our thieving at level 40. And we finished that last couple levels of fire making from 45 to 50 while on mobile, and we started Wintertod. Now, if we go ahead here and look in the bank, we have a couple supply crates stored up. What I'm going to do is every time that I get 10 crates, we're going to go ahead and open them until we reach our 50 kill count that we're looking for. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go back in, play one more game, and then we're going to go ahead and open our first 10 crates.
Here comes another long grind. We're going to start on our Hosidious favor here. I found out that I can push these plows, but if it breaks, you would have to repair it. See right there? But I cannot repair them because it requires crafting unlocked. So I just have to move to a different plow. Kind of inefficient, but that's kind of the only way I can do it. So what I ended up doing was I was in this chunk and I did 20% favor on the plows until I just got tired of doing it. And then I had to make some money. So in this chunk, I chopped these willows down here, fletched them into longbows, sold them at a general store, made about 20K, spent about 12K on compost, made 792 fertilizer. Gonna go turn it in right now over here. All right, clerk says she sees the buckets. Let's go ahead and donate them, and boom, that should take care of that. We are now at 100% Hosidious favor. I have a beginner clue here that needs me to talk to Shanty at the Shanty Pass. All right, talking to Shanty, and that was a one-stepper. Nice. Our reward is steel plate legs. Not bad. I'm gonna unlock the Gnome Stronghold maze. Oh man, it's coming down to the wire. Are we gonna have enough? We are. There is 53 cooking on the account. Not necessarily a crazy level, but that puts us at 325 total level. So we gain another orienteering token. I'm still sitting on the first one. Up to 2 orienteering tokens. We also get to choose our next chunk. Just to keep you appraised, here's the stats right now. 53 cooking, 51 fishing, 52 woodcutting. Those were the grinds that I kind of bumped into because they're pretty AFK. Then did some salmon fishing over here, banked everything right here, and just did the cooking. That was the loop. It's fairly easy. As you can see, there's the time clock down there. Let me go ahead and figure out which chunk I want to unlock. It's really starting to get difficult to choose a path because I've unlocked a lot of the big clusters. I think I'm going to unlock the catacombs. Now this does give us just a crap ton of tasks to do, bossing tasks with Seracnus, kill tasks. I mean, we're probably not going to complete this chunk, just keeping it honest, unless we get a heavy combat grind in the future. But the main reason I want to do that is because if I do this, then I can set off my orienteering token from here, and I'm going to set them both off. So I'm going to go north and west.
Just hit 30 flexion. Now we're going to go for fire making, so we can now cut willows with flexion, and we can also cut them with wood cutting. So to clear out all the willow tasks, if we find a chunk that has them, we just need 30 fire making. So that is the next goal. 40 wood cutting already, which is quite mad considering I'm not even 30 flexion, 30 fire making yet. And this log signals 30 fire making, if it lights. And there we go. We can now burn willow logs, which means when we've got a chunk with a willow tree, which we probably already do, we can burn, fletch, and chop it. Our skills are looking quite tasty now. Now, at the end of that, I did also get a beginner clue, so I may as well go see if we can do this. Step number 1. Ooh, doing this clue, got 3 more music tracks. That's awesome. Now at 95. Step 2, new clue. And the last one is Shanty. Did we get that chunk? We didn't. Now I am going to hold on to this for when we do get a chunk unlock, and I will unlock that chunk and go do it. But for now, we have to go and find a chunk to unlock, as in one that we can complete all the tasks in. Alright, so I found a chunk. We're going to make our way back to Varrock, and we are going to go to the chunk above the Grand Exchange, this one. And the only task in there is to kill a thug. Now there were some other tasks in there, like obtain an iron med elm, but the reason that was there was because it was the best in slot ranged helmet, believe it or not. But I now have a leather cowl. I believe I got it from a clue. So that's no longer the case. So all I've got to do is kill a thug. Not bad. Okay, so I've found the thugs. Let's go smack one. I have still got the steel axe on. Should be fine. Thug down. And we got an iron bar. That's interesting. Now, that means this chunk is now completed. So let's just get to safety. Now, just so we can show you, this is the chunk in question. And the only task is kill a thug. We can prove that by unlocking it, and then the right hand side will update, and all it does is it adds kill a thug. So we tick that off, and this task, this chunk is now done. So we get to unlock a new chunk. Now, obviously, I've already explained, I'm going to unlock the Shanty Pass chunk so I can get this clue done. So for now, that's the one that I'm unlocking. And I fell into the curse of not having GP and not being bothered to go to a bank. So let's get some from goblins. Unironically, an upgrade that I've just got from them. That's really weird, but I'll take it. Bronze square shield achieved. I can drop this wooden one now. And here we are, first time stepping in this chunk. Now, this is the third step of the beginner, so this is guaranteed casket. And there we go. So, that's one chunk we have just got. Can we hit a collection log slot? We can't. None of these are that interesting, but we got a staff of water. Can't moan. Now, the unlock that I'm going to do is just, like I said, fill in this. We've got the entirety of this map now. That's great. Now, there is one more thing that I want to bring up. I have spoke to Bossman Chris, and this chunk here, if you go underground, it has a bar. Now, because both entrances to the White Wolf Tunnel are in this chunk, I actually get this for free for the bar, so that helps out a ton. Now, I don't get anything else off this, but an extra chunk. Nice.
All right, here we are. We got our first set of 10 crates. We're going to go ahead and give this thing an opening. Alright, so there we are. First 10 crates. We got our first unique. Nice little cash stack and a decent number of supplies. Some of these will be sent off to the group storage for processing purposes. And some of them I will stick in my bank.
Alright, time for the next set of 10 crates. Ten more crates completed. Here we go. And that's the end of another 10 crates. 20 more to go. All right, we're gonna open our next 10 crates here, right next to our good friend Christylize on his scout. So let's go ahead and see what we got. Very nice. Alright, we got a maze random here to do. We're gonna do this quick. Alright, let's see what we got here. Some mithril ore and some chaos runes. Not bad.
All right, we've got the wheel up. Let's go ahead and send our first one. We're going north first. Okay, sick. So we got 4. That's really good. So we can go 1, 2, 3, and 4. This gets us right up to this tundra here. That is best case scenario. All right, and then we need to send our second one. So let's go ahead and roll it again. And roll. This one's going west. Oh, yes. We got 5. 4 and 5 back to back is so good. Okay, so from Great Corrend, we're going to go 1 here, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, check out the adjacent chunks here. This has fishing in it, and this is the farming guild. So the farming guild is unlocked. These chunks are unlocked as well. The hunting fishing zone over here is unlocked, which is great because we can access that right here. This is a super, super cool place for us to be. Don't think there's any other adjacent chunks. That's pretty much everywhere we needed to be in Corinne. Now we can just start focusing in on trying to complete a bunch of these. I'm so satisfied with that. Hell yeah, guys.
So, I ran out of membership, but I'm going to use it to my advantage. I'm actually just going to cut willows for a bit because we need 60 woodcutting, 60 fire making, and 60 fletching for yew trees for our chunk unlocks. So while I'm in free to play and I've not got membership, I'm just going to go straight through to 60 woodcutting, 60 fire making, which is about 2,900 willow logs. I'm not going to update this until I'm there, basically. No one wants to watch woodcutting content, let's be real. So I'll see you in 3 days. I've got no idea how long it's going to take. I'll see you when it's done. Okay, ladies and gents, and that's 57 woodcutting. Now, not only does that mean that we can use the whacker canoe, it also means we're 275 total, so we can pick a new chunk. Now, I'm still free to play right now, but I can still pick a chunk. So, we have the ship to Great Corrend here, which means this is an adjacent chunk. So I'm going to unlock this, And then we get basically the entirety of Port Piscarius for free, because cooking range, cooking range, cooking range, pub, and cooking range. Is that it? I think that's it. Oh no, cooking range, and that's it. No, it's not. Cooking range. Jeez, man, cooking range. Cooking range. Jeez, this is so strong in these areas, isn't it? Okay, now that's it, I'm pretty sure. Nope, there's a cooking range in the current chunk as well. Okay, now that's it. Now, what we're going to do here is I need 60 fire making, in the long run 70, because it's one of my main skills, and that's how I get master rank. I also need 70 fletching, 70 woodcutting, but for now the goal's 60 of each for the yew trees. What minigame is perfect for a bard having these skill unlocks? That's right, Wintertodt. So, the reason that we're doing this is we're going to go and get Wintertodt. Now, to do this, we obviously need to use a blessing token right now, just to make sure we can get there. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a blessing token to go here for the altar, here for the library, and here for the fairy ring. Now, we are going to have to use a second blessing token to actually get to Wintertodt. Now, I do believe this is just within the path, so if we just unlock this chunk, then that works out. We do now have 2 more chunks to get with the blessing tokens. So if we're looking at adjacents, what we're going to do is we're going to unlock this for an altar, which is number 2, which unlocks this for free. And then we're just going to link it up and get the Arceus library. That's 2 blessing tokens used. So if you look at the top of the map, we now have 4. 2 blessing tokens and 1 unlock to get that much of core end is crazy. And now when I get membership, we're going to start working on 60 fire making, 60 fletching. Obviously we need to get 50 fire making first, and that's where these come in. This is well enough, and the excess can be used on fletching, because the higher fletching we've got, the more XP we're getting Wintertodt.
Alright, with that, we have officially hit 50 Wintertodt rounds completed. We're going to go ahead, deposit all of our gear. Open up these last 10 supply crates, sorry. And let's see if we can't pop another unique or 2. And there we go. Look at that. That's 3 uniques. If we take a look at our collection log here and go down to Wintertodt. We have obtained 4 uniques in 50 kills. Still missing the robe and the boots. Bruma torch. Really looking for that dragon axe. No tome, no pet, but that's kind of expected. So things are looking good though. Alright, so this is the bank tab after doing Wintertodt, minus all of the seeds and the herb drops, as we've traded those over to Christylize to process them with his farming and soon his herb lore. We've taken out 40k from our current cash stack right here, and what we're going to do actually is we are going to trade it with Chris here. And he is going to take it to the Woodcutting Guild to get us a nice, shiny rune axe. Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you, sir. Okay, all right. Random event from the beekeeper. Legs, entrance, body, lid. And we got the boots. Let's go. That is unique. Excellent. You get to unlock a chunk. Now I've decided on what chunk I want to get as well, because I got a beginner clue scroll. Beginner clue scroll step is right here. I'm going to get the canoe chunk. 2 things. I'll be able to use my chronicle teleport now, so that's great. And I'll be able to use the canoe and complete this clue, or at least this clue step. So if I'm able to complete this, then I can also get another chunk. The beauty of this is I don't have to really go anywhere. I've already got my chronicle and I bought some chargers for it, so we're going to teleport there now. There we go. We're inside our new chunk, and let's dig her up. Oh, no way, a 1-stepper? Oh, we're chilling. Okay, that does give us a new chunk, and like I said, we're getting this one, and I'll explain why in a second. But let's go ahead and open up our casket. The beginner casket loot is blue wizard hat, blue wizard robe, and steel battle axe. That's beautiful. That's some magic gear. I actually dig that a lot. Now you might be asking, Chris, why'd you get Varrock Square as your chunk? I feel like this one's pretty self-explanatory, but I've got 2 frog tokens that I can turn in over here. So I'm going to turn those in to get 2 more uniques and unlock 2 more chunks, baby. Just a quick look at this new chunk. I could do a couple of things. For one, I can finally come to this magic shop and complete Rune Mysteries. I can turn in my random event tokens. I can start Romeo and Juliet and start Demon Slayer. And I can do kudos downstairs so I can get Hunter experience and Slayer experience. So that's actually pretty badass. This is a great chunk unlock. Oh, I can finish Pirate's Treasure as well because I can come to this pub. Now hold on just a moment. I actually don't believe that these count as items, which is interesting. I thought they did. Yeah, I think a general rule of thumb is that if it doesn't show up in the collection logbook, then we're just simply not counting it. I still think this chunk was worth the unlock for the simple fact that we can complete a few quests, and obviously going down and doing the kudos event in the museum is well worth our time. All right, there is all the kudos done, and he's gonna hand us over some experience, some 1,000 in Slayer, 1,000 in Hunter. That is perfect for us. 9 Slayer and 33 Hunter. Remember, all legends have access to Slayer, regardless if they're combat legends or not. And there's Pirate's Treasure done, and there's Rune Mysteries completed. We've knocked out some majorly fat grinds today. I'm super proud of the progress that we made. I have one more important moment to share with you. With this Willow Log, we are now level 50 fire making. We can now access Wintertot. Obviously, we don't have the Wintertot chunk unlocked yet, but I'm willing to bet that we have a few tasks along the way that maybe we might be able to complete. Here's the stats after today's grind. 51 fishing, 53 cooking, 50 fire making, 56 woodcutting. Yeah, baby. Those stats are killer.
Alright, so now with 50 Wintertod KC out of the way, we're going to go ahead and give the boss spinner a spin. It's broken down into 4 different categories. We have skilling bosses like Temperos and Wintertod, sporadic bosses like Obor, Bryophyta, Skatizo, things that require, key or some sort of access to get in. Slayer bosses, pretty straightforward. Same with the wilderness bosses. So without further ado, let's see what we get. Bum, 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 bum. Would you look at that? We landed on skilling boss. So now I need to go ahead, pull up the 2-table roller here, and we'll give that one a spin. Alright, so here we have the secondary spinning table here with the 2 skilling boss options that are currently available, Wintertod and Temperos. Either of these unlocks are absolutely huge for the account, because whichever one that I do get will mean that I can go ahead and train those skills. So that means if I unlock Wintertod, I can go complete Druidic Ritual, I can go start farming, and then obviously I already have woodcutting, firemaking, fletching unlocked. I would be able to train firemaking outside of Wintertod, which is a big deal. And then for Temperos, while I already have fishing, I will be able to gain cooking experience inside the game and outside, as well as there is a small way to get construction experience as well. So it will completely unlock the construction skill for me, meaning that I can train construction outside of the minigames. So without further ado, let's give this a spin. And there's Wintertod. That's Druidic Ritual unlocked. That's farming unlocked. So we're going to go ahead whenever I get the chunk unlocks. And we're going to go unlock the chunk for Druidic Ritual as soon as possible. That way we can go and complete that quest. Alright, this is great.
While I'm training firemaking, I've looked at the map and I have realised that I am missing a chunk that I should have unlocked. So there we go. So no one can get at me in the comments for it. And here we go, ladies and gents. The big level 50 firemaking. We can now enter the Wintertod's prison. And I'm not going to be there for 99 on here more than likely, so it's not really going to be a prison for once. Now, we've got 1,433 willows left, which we will end up fletching soon just to get as high as possible before we enter Wintertod, because that means we'll get more experience. Now, to end the episode off, shall we try doing this beginner clue? Because I got this from woodcutting. So let's go. Step 1. Ooh. We actually have this chunk. This is my first time seeing a unicorn in real life. Charlie! It's a magical Leopardon! Step 2. And this is the casket. There we go. That is one more chunk unlocked. But before we do that, we still don't get a unique. We did get some nice runes though, so it's okay. Okay, so I have just noticed that I have this charter ship, but I do not have this pub. So I am going to auto unlock that because that should have been done. And then I'm going to use my chunk unlock on the Karamja volcano. And now what we're going to do is unlock this for free because of the cooking range. And that's it this time. It's a short one, but we now have access to Brimhaven and we've got access to the Tazars, which could be really fun to go for some collection log slots. And on that note, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please give it a like and a thumbs up. If you've not watched the previous episodes, go look on Caleb and Chris's channel. Love you and leave you. Bye.